Owen Pierce was furious. He had a stellar reputation, both in the country and internationally. Everyone in the room respected him, but this kid was unbelievably arrogant. He had publicly embarrassed him multiple times, and it was infuriating. What was even crazier was that he dared to talk down to him. The kid clearly had a death wish. The people in the audience were just as shocked. Who the hell was this guy? How could he be so bold, talking back to Owen Pierce? He must be tired of living. Owen Pierce, a master of energy consultancy, had 1,000 ways to ruin him without ever laying a hand on him. But even though Owen was boiling with rage on the inside, he wanted to get the clam for a low price. So he kept his cool on the outside and smiled. "My friend, you and I had a small misunderstanding at the door earlier, but it was nothing. Let's just let it go. If you're bidding against me just to get revenge, that would be pretty petty, don't you think?" Owen had been ready to pay $15 million for the clam, but if he and Charlie kept going, the price would shoot past $30 million. He didn't want to spend that much money. So he swallowed his pride, hoping Charlie would back down. Once he got the clam for a good price, he would settle the score with him later. Charlie had seen right through him and said with a dismissive scoff, "Cut the crap. I want this clam too. If you can afford it, pay up. If you can't, then step aside and let me have it." The room went crazy again. Damn, this guy actually told Owen Pierce to get lost. The nerve! Owen's face was cold, but to save money, he tried again. "I really want this clam. Can't you show me some respect?" Charlie glanced at him and said flatly, "Show you respect? Do I even know you?" Then Charlie asked again, "Hey, just answer the question. Can you afford it or not?" The look on Owen's face was hideous. No one had ever dared to speak to him like that before, and to make it worse, the person doing it looked like he was barely 20, younger than his own students and apprentices. Annoyed, Owen dropped the act. He said coldly, "I can't believe I'd be so disrespected." "Fine, if it's a fair competition, then the highest bidder wins. Let's see how much money you really have. Let's see you try and take this clam from me." Then he looked up and yelled, "I'll pay $50 million!" The booming voice sent another wave of chatter through the crowd. The auction had turned into a high-stakes gamble, and the energy in the room was electric. The rules were simple now. Whoever had more money was the king of this fight. Owen's logic was straightforward. If he kept trading small bids with Charlie, it could go on forever. He had to throw out a number so big it would scare him off. He bid $50 million, thinking Charlie would never dare to match it. But to everyone's surprise, Charlie's expression didn't change at all. 2 words came out of his mouth. $100 million! The auction price doubled just like that. The atmosphere in the room was explosive. In just a few minutes, the price of the item had jumped tenfold, something that would go down in auction history. Stephen couldn't stop himself from yelling, "Charlie, stop pretending! Do you even have that kind of money?" Charlie just laughed and said, "What's the matter? You don't believe me? Fine, I'll tell you the truth. The card I'm using is from your Knox family. Your uncle gave it to me. Unexpected, isn't it? Are you surprised?" "You!" Stephen's face flushed red. "You jerk! Spending the Knox family's money like that! Sooner or later, I'm going to make you pay, you liar!" Owen turned his head, looked at Stephen, and asked, "Mr. Stephen, do you know this person?" Stephen snorted and said, "He's a house husband for the Wilson family, and he doesn't have a job. He's a kept man, living off his wife. He only got some money recently by scamming my uncle." "Is that so?" Owen raised his eyebrows, looking relieved. He snorted, "Huh, putting on a show, I see. Young man, I'd advise you not to be so arrogant. You'll be the one who gets hurt in the end. It's not that I'm looking down on you, but can you really come up with $100 million?" Charlie's expression turned cold. He said flatly, "Whether I can afford it or not is none of your business. If you've got the guts, keep bidding. If not, then shut your mouth." Owen couldn't take it anymore and snapped, "You've got a death wish!" Charlie laughed. "A death wish? From you? You can't even afford to buy something, and you think you can kill me? What a joke." Owen, having been repeatedly humiliated by Charlie, finally lost his composure. He snarled, "Young man, you better back off. Let this go now. Otherwise, you might be able to afford it, but you won't live to enjoy it." As soon as those words were spoken, Terry's expression changed. This was a clear violation of the rules of the collector's vault. His face darkened, but he didn't dare to challenge Owen, and he looked extremely uncomfortable. Charlie smiled slightly. "If you want to take my life, you'll have to wait until the auction is over, right? It's not over yet. I just bid $100 million. Please, continue." Warnia was very surprised. Owen Pierce was not an ordinary person. Even with the Smith family's backing, she couldn't guarantee she could handle him. But why was Charlie so intent on provoking him? Where was this confidence coming from? Jacob collapsed onto the sofa, clutching his chest and panting. He thought, "It's over. It's all over. My son-in-law is done for, and our family is ruined." Owen's face was rigid. Charlie was showing him zero respect. His words were a total slap in the face. But Charlie was right. This was an auction. If he wanted the clam, he had to keep bidding. But $100 million? Who the hell could afford that? Everyone's eyes were on Charlie, waiting to see how he would respond. Owen's face was a mix of pale and green, but for the sake of the clam, he swallowed his rage. He spoke to Charlie in a low voice. "My friend, if I offended you just now, it was truly unintentional. Please forgive me. But this clam is really important to me. Please, step aside and let me have it. I'll owe you a favor, and my favor is worth more than this clam." A cold glint flickered in his eyes. This punk dared to embarrass him like this. When this was all over, he was going to kill him. Charlie said calmly, "Sorry, it's useful to me too, so I can't let you have it. Besides, like I said, you're a joke in my eyes, and your favor is worthless to me." Owen snapped. He had only one thought now. When this auction was over, he would find a way to kill Charlie. He had to kill him. Seeing Owen back down, the people in the crowd couldn't help but sigh. They never expected this young man would push it all the way, making even the great Owen Pierce admit defeat. With the final bang of the auctioneer's gavel, Charlie officially won the final item, the clam, for a price of $100 million. Owen was furious. He shot Charlie a venomous look, his face green with rage, and stormed out of the room. He wanted to handle Charlie right then and there, but the situation wouldn't allow it. He would have to settle this score later. Watching Owen leave, Warnia turned to Charlie with a warning. "Owen Pierce is not an ordinary man. I don't think he'll just let this go. He's going to cause trouble for you. You need to be careful these next few days." Charlie just smiled and said, "I'm more afraid that he won't. $100 million for a clam." Everyone thought Charlie was crazy, but he didn't care at all. On the way back, Charlie explained the situation to Jacob, telling him the $100 million was authorized by the Knox family. He had to say something so his father-in-law wouldn't have a heart attack from the shock. As soon as he got home, and before Claire was back from work, Charlie immediately started to examine the clamshell. The clam was as big as a wheel. It had been cleaned, and after a light polish, its smooth, golden red surface was revealed. With a little effort, Charlie broke it into several pieces. He picked up a fragment and examined it. Just as he expected, 3 white beads were nestled inside the thick shell. This was the essence of the clam. The clam was considered one of the holy treasures, and the pearl from this type of clam was especially spiritually potent. They only form in shellfish that have lived for over 100 years and have become spiritually aware. Created by absorbing the very essence of the ocean, It's the perfect material for crafting magical items, and it's incredibly rare. The kind of thing you can only find by chance, never by searching. That's why Charlie had to have it, no matter the cost. Charlie found 3 deep-sea pearls inside the clam, and he was very satisfied. Next, Charlie took out the piece of lightning-struck wood. Following the methods described in the mystic texts, he channeled his spiritual energy into it using a series of hand gestures. As soon as his energy entered the wood, it instantly drew out the powerful, thunderous breath trapped inside. When the giant clam was exposed to this thunderous breath, it began to glow with a faint golden light and quickly absorbed the escaped breath. Charlie picked up the giant clam pieces and began to craft the magical artifact. Soon, the pieces started to reshape themselves in his hands. He took out the pearl necklace he'd bought at the auction, removed a few pearls, and combined them with the deep-sea pearls, finally crafting them all into a bracelet. The leftover clamshells were also top-quality material. He took one of the pieces and crafted it into a warding charm, planning to give it to Christian Knox. The charm, made from the clamshell and infused with the thunderous breath, was designed specifically to repel evil spirits. It would be more than enough for the Knox family to deal with their problem. After he finished, Charlie saw he still had a lot of clamshell fragments left. Since it was still early, he took the fragments and tried his hand at crafting a thunderclap charm. According to the records in the mystic scriptures, this charm was a basic magic weapon, mainly used for summoning thunder and rain. However, he infused it with the power of the thunder-stricken wood, doubling its effect. It could be used to drive away ghosts, suppress evil, and even for combat. Just as he finished crafting the thunderclap charm, he heard noises from downstairs. His wife was back. Charlie quickly hid the remaining clamshell shards under the bed and walked out of the bedroom, holding the bracelet he'd just made from the deep-sea pearls. As soon as he looked up, he saw Claire in the living room, having a frustrating conversation with her mother, Elaine. Charlie walked over and saw Elaine shaking her wrist, showing off the emerald bracelet that Christian Knox had given him. Elaine said joyfully, "Claire, this bracelet is amazing. I wear it out and everyone says how great it is. It really makes me look good." Claire said frustrated, "Mom, Charlie left that bracelet here a few days ago, right? Why did you just take it without asking? I thought it was lost." Elaine glared. "I'm your mother. What's the big deal? Just let me wear it for a few more days so I can show it off." Seeing them arguing, Charlie quickly stepped in to smooth things over. "Claire, it's okay. Let her wear it if she likes it. I just made a new bracelet for you anyway." "What bracelet?" Elaine snatched it, her eyes gleaming. But when she saw it was just a string of shell beads, her face soured. She angrily shoved it at Claire. "Oh, just more of this worthless junk."
To know more, listen to the audio series Heir in Hiding, only on the Pocket FM app.